Faceless brands have captured attention with their sleek, enigmatic presence in the marketplace. Their lack of a visible spokesperson or founder often adds to their allure, making them seem both efficient and mysterious. This approach raises important questions about transparency and authenticity. Can consumers truly understand what lies behind these brands, or are they at risk of being misled? Exploring the real costs of faceless brands requires a careful look beneath the surface to separate genuine value from potential scams. When brands operate without a clear identity or personal story, they often appear distant and impersonal. The absence of a recognizable figure or narrative can make it difficult for consumers to connect with the brand on a meaningful level. This lack of transparency can foster uncertainty, leaving people unsure about the brand's intentions or values. Over time, this sense of vagueness may erode trust, making it harder for the brand to build lasting relationships with its audience. Building trust with faceless brands presents unique challenges for both businesses and consumers. Without a recognizable human presence, it becomes harder for customers to form emotional connections, which are often essential for loyalty. This lack of personal touch can make the brand seem distant or impersonal, leading to skepticism about its intentions or reliability. Over time, these factors can negatively affect long-term customer retention, as people tend to gravitate toward brands they feel understand and value them. Establishing trust, therefore, requires extra effort in transparency, consistency, and customer engagement. Faceless brands frequently place a strong emphasis on maximizing profits, sometimes at the expense of genuine customer care. This approach can result in important customer needs being overlooked or inadequately addressed. As a consequence, customer support often becomes impersonal and less responsive, leaving individuals feeling undervalued. Over time, this disconnect can erode trust and loyalty, making it harder for these brands to build lasting relationships with their audience. Poor customer support often leads to more than just immediate dissatisfaction. When customers feel undervalued or ignored, they are more likely to take their business elsewhere, resulting in higher churn rates. This loss of loyalty can have long-term financial consequences, as acquiring new customers is typically more expensive than retaining existing ones. Additionally, negative experiences can spread quickly through word of mouth or online reviews, further damaging a company's reputation and bottom line. Faceless brands often encounter significant challenges when trying to foster brand loyalty. In today's market, consumers are drawn to companies that offer authentic stories and demonstrate values they can connect with. Without a relatable narrative or clear set of principles, brands may appear impersonal and struggle to form lasting relationships with their audience. As a result, customers are more likely to support businesses that reflect their own beliefs and experiences. This shift highlights the growing importance of authenticity and emotional connection in brand building. Faceless brands often operate without clearly identified leaders or representatives, which can create significant risks related to ethics and accountability. Without visible, responsible figures at the helm, it becomes easier for these organizations to compromise on core values or make decisions that lack transparency. This absence of accountability can erode trust among consumers and stakeholders, as there is no one to answer for mistakes or unethical practices. Ultimately, The lack of a human presence can make it challenging to uphold standards and ensure responsible conduct within the brand. Faceless brands often respond to crises by choosing secrecy or avoidance, hoping to minimize immediate fallout. However, this approach can backfire, as a lack of transparency may lead to increased public suspicion and erode trust. When information is withheld, rumors and negative perceptions can quickly spread, making the situation more difficult to control. Ultimately, avoiding open communication can intensify reputational damage, leaving the brand with a more challenging recovery process. Faceless brands often rely on polished messaging and corporate imagery, which can create a sense of distance between the company and its audience. In contrast, brands that highlight a strong human element tend to resonate more deeply with customers. By showcasing real people, sharing authentic stories, and being open about their values, these brands build trust and foster genuine connections. Authenticity and transparency invite customers to relate on a personal level, making interactions feel more meaningful and lasting. When faced with a crisis, human-centric brands prioritize open communication and take responsibility for their actions. For example, some companies issue timely public statements, clearly outlining the situation and the steps they are taking to address it. Others may offer direct support to affected customers, demonstrating empathy and a commitment to making things right. By being transparent and accountable, these brands not only resolve immediate concerns, but also strengthen long-term trust with their audience. This approach shows that even in difficult times, putting people first can make a meaningful difference. Prioritizing transparency and fostering genuine human connection can lead to several tangible benefits for organizations. When companies are open and honest, they build trust with their audience, which often translates into increased customer loyalty. This trust acts as a foundation, making customers more likely to support the brand even during challenging times. Additionally, strong human connections help create a sense of community, further enhancing brand resilience. Ultimately, these practices not only strengthen relationships, but also contribute to long-term business success. Faceless brands often come with hidden costs that can impact both customers and businesses. These may include inadequate customer support, lack of accountability, and potential ethical concerns stemming from unclear ownership or practices. Without a recognizable presence, it becomes difficult for consumers to trust or relate to the brand. Over time, this absence of genuine connection can erode loyalty and hinder long-term success. Building authentic relationships remains essential for brands seeking to thrive in a competitive marketplace. Take a moment to think about your own interactions with faceless brands. Consider how these experiences have shaped your perception, trust, or loyalty toward the companies you engage with. Your stories and insights can offer valuable perspectives on how brand identity influences our choices. Feel free to share your experiences, as discussing them can help us all better understand the impact of brand presence in our daily lives.